slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for on the day we are together again. On the day we are together again, I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candle I will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will go back to work. I will write strangers I meet. I will help the strangers I meet. It is possible to get back on our feet. I will help the strangers I meet. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Hello, world. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you are well. Today is December 18th, 2023, 8:37 p.m. on the East Coast. It's great to see you all in chat. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here, and I'm thankful for that. It's good to see you all in chat for sure. Darzilla, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you tremendously. It means a lot supporting the channel, truly. Keeps us going on here. Thank you. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for the kind comments. Am I low? Am I low? Let me check my volume here. Am I low? Am I low? Am I low? Or am I good? We good? You love the pineapple shirt? I'm not low? Okay. Sounds good to you? Okay. All right. We're good. All right. So, yeah, sounds good. Okay, perfect. So, I was going over some things in the Summer Wells case. Um, I was planning on finishing up Chris McDonough interview because the last part of that is really, really good. Oh, Canvas, thank you, my love, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Canvas, you are a sweetheart to this channel, and I can't thank you enough, honestly, truly. If you was one of the ones that was gifted, please give Canvas a big thank you uh, for your early Christmas present from Canvas. Um, but, but, um, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was going over an old interview, and there was some interesting stuff on here. And it is from our beloved Nana, who is no longer with us. Very, very sweet soul, Nana's Angels. And I thought we could go over because Dawn says some things in here that we got to talk about. We got to talk about for sure. Nana's Angels went to be with her Lord and Savior very unexpectedly. Very unexpectedly. She loved her family and she loved Summer and she loved each and every single one of you. And it's sad that she's no longer with us, but now I think Nana, you know. you know sooner than all of us what happened to Summer. You know. Could you tell us? That's what I want to. But truthfully, she knows now, and loved her grandchildren more than anything. Roxy D, thank you for becoming a member, my dear. I appreciate you so much. Truly, truly. We do. We do miss Nana a lot. She was an invaluable asset to our community, to say the least. So this is an interview with Dawn, and I thought we could hear Nana's voice too. It's comforting.
Oh, all right. So,
Now, I do want to give you guys a trigger warning. The thing that I really loved about Nana was she had she didn't beat around the bush. She never beat around the bush, especially with Dawn. But Dawn talked to her. Dawn would talk to her, and it's an interesting interview. Vampy, thank you so much for gifting one membership. If you was the one that received that membership, please give Vampy a big old thank you. Means a lot. Keeping our channel going. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, here we go. Nana's gonna tell him.
before we get started, is there anything that you want to say?
No, I've said pretty much everything I've had to say. I hear a lot of people, talk, like they know that we're guilty and stuff like that. It hurts my feelings some. You know,
It's amazing to me how Dawn and Candace, in my opinion, they're more worried about. It feels like, in my opinion, at least, they're more worried about uh, how they look. Do they look, guilty or innocent? That's up to you. Uh, your personal opinion. Uh, but to be honest with you, like most people, if they have a missing child, they don't. They're not, you know, sitting there, on YouTube, which they haven't been on YouTube in a long time. I got to give Don and Candace credit for that. Uh, but the last 2+ years of really more defending themselves than searching for Summer and
but,
advocating for her.
but we have people, that believe in us. So, it's,
Right,
you know, there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do.
right.
We tried to tell people, exactly what happened over and over and over for June 15th will be 2 years, and it don't do no good. I mean, it does with some people. I shouldn't say that. The people that matter. I mean, that's all that matters. But
Well, do you care if I ask you a few questions? They're not
that's
stupid
fine.
questions. Well, I mean, they might actually come across as stupid questions to you, but to me, they're not. Sort of like, what did you think of Jackie Dobbs?
I've never met the man, but I know from what I understand, he came forward and done everything he could to clear his name. And I can't remember. Well, there's also more than that.
Now, oh my God, SL. Oh my God, you just gifted 20 memberships. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, very much. That is so very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, that's very, very sweet. Thank you so much, truly. Um, wow, thank you. So, very sweet of you, SL. SL's a sweetheart. Um, what? I'm off my game now. uh, remember, Jackie Dobbs is the man that is the old man who bought this piece of dirt on Ben Hill Road that is literally 2 inches from hell. Ben Hill Road. I am sure of it. It's 2 inches from hell. And this is the man that they looked for all night. Don, Andy, Jody Sue, I guess Candace. I'm not sure if Candace was involved in that or not. Probably. Uh, they're chasing this man all night. And Jackie Dobbs, he's an old man. He just wanted to, retire and live in peace. That's all he wanted. That's it.
I really can't talk about, as far as the investigation.
Yeah.
But he really come forward, and he was going through. I know he's going through a divorce and some other things, and we really don't think he had anything to do with Summer's disappearance.
I'm glad Don cleared
Okay.
that.
But
What
it is
That
about
really, yeah. Go ahead.
what about Damien? So I've got somebody that really wants to know your opinion about Damien.
I don't know who Damien is.
Damien, Jody Sue's son. Did he get along with
Oh,
your kids, or
as
did he
far as I
show?
know, all I know about him is he sat home and played video games all the time.
And that's interesting. Funny face Brenda Dobbs stated he spoke with Don 6/14/21 around 3:30. Huh. That's interesting. What time did those phones get deleted? On June 15th, 3:30. Don was home, apparently home on June 14th at 3:30.
That's all I know about him. I mean,
Well, there was a picture of him at your house in the pool with Summer.
what?
Yeah,
No, I didn't never see no picture like that.
guys,
'Cause
does anybody have it?
he would never come up to our house. He might come up to uh, bring a message for Jody Sue or something, but he would always go right back home. He'd never hang out.
Well, there's a picture of him, or they say it's him
I'd
sitting
like
in
to
the
see it.
pool.
I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him. It might be one of the other kids that we've had up there, but I don't think it was ever him. Might be one of Sherry's or whatever her name was. One of their kids,
Yeah.
something like that. But I don't think he
So
would
you
never.
don't think Damien had anything to do with Summer getting gone or anything like that, right?
As far as I know,
Hold on. Someone wrote something here in chat. I want to address it. Give me 2 seconds to find it because I was looking for it. Oh, where did it go? Someone said, look in Mama Bear's chat or community. Which Mama Bear? Hey Ryan, good to see you. Hey Smiley. Okay, let me know again. Please type it in chat if you come across it. Again, let me see.
as far as I know,
Gets really interesting
but
up
there's
here.
so many different possibilities. You know,
Yeah, I see you. I looked, but I don't see anything. There's a clip that says 1 day ago, and it's just got a link to a video, but there's nothing else in there. Did anyone see these cases spreading them? Oh, true crime junkie. Oh man, really? Go figure. I think it was live or video.
I don't want to accuse anybody without any, hurt anybody without any evidence.
Yeah, yeah. Don would. Don just threw literally the entire Ben Hill Road under the bus and everyone else.
Because we've been through that for a long time.
Now he's not.
We get hurt,
I don't guess.
constantly
Now it's
by people.
CPS.
They say they know we're liars and we done this and we done that, and, you know.
Right.
And the bad part about all that is, that's normal for people to do that. But to me, in my opinion, you know, you got we got to battle with DCS, the courts, and everything else. And in my opinion, they run with it.
Yeah. Did you have court the other day, Don?
In y'all's personal opinion, what do y'all think about? Do you think DHS, CPS came on June 14th to, wrap up, end their case that they had? Does anyone think that? Because they usually don't send a supervisor with you, and they give you a letter normally. Now Don says they was closing it out. My opinion, I don't think so. Yeah, now he's saying CPS
Yeah.
took the kids.
Like yesterday or day before yesterday, something like that.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do it virtual?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't guess I could ask you what happened, huh?
That's just really basically just another postponement. Our country, the state of Tennessee gets $3.2 billion off of kids that are in foster care. So
Yeah.
they're going to want to keep any
Don, taxpayers pay that. Taxpayers pay that.
kid they can in foster
Such a
care.
moron.
That's a fact. They can sit there and argue, fuss and fight, or whatever. That's just a fact. They're going to want to keep any kids they can in foster care.
Right.
It's a money making business, just like the prison system or any other system.
Leslie Earhart, when she's talking.
Yeah, Ryan. She passed very unexpectedly. She loved her people. She absolutely loved her people, and she was live, and she had a horrible headache. She sounded awful. Sounded awful, but she didn't want to let her subscribers down. And she went to bed and unfortunately never woke up. And I got a call the next day. From Dippy. And she told me, and I could not believe it. Just couldn't believe it.
On that news briefing, I think it was like their second or third one. She said a family member called 911.
Yes, Judy. Do you think they're just out to make money? Our taxpayers pay that.
Who what was it? We know you said you called because you wound up calling Washington County, and they had to transfer you.
I was in I don't know why I can't even remember the name of that town.
Jonesboro,
yeah. I was in Jonesboro. Candace called probably about the same time, I'd say.
Do you know why they haven't released those 911 calls yet?
I have no idea. I have no idea about any of it. But Hawkins County is kind of its own entity. I mean, I don't want to,
Now, Don is right about that part. He is right about that part. Hawkins County is its own entity, and they don't like FOIA requests at all. They do not like FOIA requests. I don't know what the hell it is about them, but they do not. They don't want to do a FOIA request. Trust me. I mean, God bless Trevor, because it took him months and months and months and months uh, to do it. I mean, they'll give you some of them, easily. Some of them you have to really, really fight with them, and some of them they'll just absolutely deny you.
Let's just say I'm really upset about the whole situation, but
Right.
I'm powerless to really do anything about it.
Well, there's not many people that's in.
Yeah, he is actually calmer in this, and he answers questions more rationally. And Nana, she tells him some stuff on up here. She tells him some real stuff up here. It's pretty interesting.
In this chat right now that aren't upset about that.
Right.
Trust
Yeah.
me. Let's see. When you would come home, this I'm talking a normal day, not like when you went and done anything with the kids or anything like that, Don. But when you would get off from work of an evening and you would come in, what would a normal day after work be? What would it consist of? What would y'all do?
Well, normally, I mean, we might do.
Probably Dawn on a payday going to Knoxville, buying some blow, getting some blow, and going home and drinking himself into drunkenness until he woke up the next morning to go to work again.
Do any number of things. I mean, Candace, like you can tell from all the pictures, she would take the kids everywhere. I mean, I'm glad and thankful she was able to do that. But normally we'd come in the summertime. A lot of times we just build a bonfire, build a fire, or I might go by and get some fireworks or whatever, and just I might have a few beers, and just have a pretty good time, really.
Yeah.
I, you know,
Trust me, I know how it goes. I raised 8 of them. And that's what we did a lot.
yeah.
Can you tell us by chance if you remember what did you
And I'll tell you what, Cassie, I think, in my opinion, the pandemic money, that is when it really started going, downhill for the family system of the Wells. I think they got a bunch of money, and we know what Don does when he gets his tax returns every year. Every year, he goes out, he takes it, and he blows it. And he doesn't even give Candace nothing. Nothing. So I think the family system went down significantly whenever that started.
say on the 911 call?
Listen to this.
Basically, their daughter's missing, and um, I don't know exactly. I mean, that's all I know that I told them. I mean, I don't really remember.
Yeah. Okay, it's been
He doesn't remember what he said on a 911 call, but he can remember anything that seems to, in my opinion, make him look better. But we're just asking a simple question, like, what'd you say?
said. The boys saw her walk out the downstairs door and walked away.
Well, I don't know about walking away. They've seen her go down in the basement.
No, I mean they're saying that they saw her walk out the basement door.
I've never heard that before. Never heard anything like that because they were so busy in their games and stuff. There's no way they could have seen her walk out the basement door, as far as I know.
In my opinion, I don't think they even saw her walk down the stairs. I personally, in my opinion, I don't feel like they ever saw her walk downstairs. Allegedly, the last place that has been reported that the boys saw Summer was by her swing. And Candace, when she does that interview, she's like, I know someone came up here and, grabbed our daughter by her swing like that. And remember, Candace, there's the story that Candace actually went inside, which, to be honest with you, it seems like a more plausible story. I mean, it seems a more plausible story. I mean, to me, it's not very even plausible then that someone came up on this dead end road and went up this hill when they don't know what the hell's up there, um, especially if it's a stranger and adults are outside, kids are supposedly inside. But if Summer was outside, it would make it more plausible, right? I mean, Summer was downstairs in the basement. Like the moment she would have went downstairs, they would have had to have snatched her. How do they know she was coming down the stairs? How did they know she was there alone? You don't remember if the door was open or closed? Oh, they absolutely have. Absolutely have. Kenneth Bly remembers everything that day until, oh, absolutely, until 3. Yep. Yep. After 3:30, all their minds go blank. All of their calls, their cell phones go blank. Everything. Hey, Poppy.
Right. I apologize for coughing, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now, there's a recording out there where Clyda Trent says that she called you before Summer went missing. I'm assuming it had to have been on a Sunday or Monday that she called you. And she said that she was going to come and see you on Wednesday. And you said, well, I hope you know that CPS is going to be here on Wednesday.
Yes, good point. She said that someone lured her away. How is that possible if she was in the house? How? And that's an excellent point. And besides, there wouldn't have been time to lure anything or anyone away. 3 to 5 minutes. I mean, no, you're not going to lure someone away like that. And Dawn and Candace said she would never go to a man at all. And I mean, abductions specifically, men are the overwhelming majority by far.
And she said, oh, well, never mind. I'll just come on Thursday. And you're like, no, no, no. Go ahead and come on Wednesday. And it's also said that the CPS asked her to take the boys home with her until they could find placements. Is any of that true?
No, they dropped that case. Our original case was that somebody called and said that we was giving the kids loaded guns to play with. If you could imagine somebody calling CPS and saying that we was giving our kids loaded guns to play with, you know. So they dropped that. The day before Summer come up missing, they were up there. They seen Summer. They seen the boys riding their motorcycles. The two older boys had motorcycles, and Waylon, I bought him that little electric motorcycle at Walmart, which that's a good little bike. Kids love that thing. But they was just having a blast and showing out in front of the welfare workers. They were happy. Summer was running around, and everything was it was a beautiful, beautiful day, June 14th. And for
Dawn says it was almost uh, the prettiest day you've ever seen. So interesting. And that night, they're literally running around trying to find Jackie Dobbs, partying at the bottom of the hill, allegedly.
For some reason, Summer asked me if she could get up on the roof of the house.
Right.
And she's never asked that of me before. And I said, no, at first. I said, no. And I thought, well,
Now, Dawn claims this is the 14th that Summer wanted to go up on the house. Now, this is also the day CPS shows up. Remember that, according to Dawn and Candace. So Summer wants to go on the roof, and CPS is coming that evening around 6:30. Why would anyone let their, especially a 5-year-old? That it two There's the question. The two unattended kids by the road that someone called the police. In the comment I read that it was Summer and Young Brothers. Is that true, do you think? No. You mean, okay, Pamela, if you're talking about the other two that was found walking along the side of the road the same day Summer went missing, totally separate. Totally separate.
says, I'll let you get up there, but you have to stay in the center of the roof and be away from the edge and be real careful. And the boys will go up there with you because we like to go up there because it's a beautiful view up there up the hill. You can see, a long ways. It's
You know, I've even thought about this as well. You know how if you've had, kids, you will, you know, for instance, Don lets them on the roof, right? He lets them on the roof. Was there a way that Summer and the boys could have gotten up there unattended on June 15th? Because, once a kid does something like that once, they want to do it again and again and again, right? So, is that a possibility that there could have been an accident that way? It's just interesting he's talking about this. We never knew about this until this interview. Don spills a lot of things in this interview. Yeah, why on the roof? The boys were absolutely the, and yes, the ladder was right by the house in the pics. Yep, absolutely.
pretty nice. But, so they went up there and they just kind of run a little circle there for a little bit, and then they come down and we settled down and went to bed that night. And that morning when I woke up was the last time I seen her when I left for work.
Okay. Somebody's asked, and I know I said I would hold the questions from the chat until the end, but okay, you're saying that you're having such a hard time right now financially. You're struggling, right?
Well, I mean, they're making me pay child support. Can't even
Yeah,
talk to our kids.
right. I
Uh,
understand. But
Office
Don,
County.
Nana holds his feet to the fire. They're making us pay child support. Well, you used to have 4 kids in your home that you provided for. Not the best, but you provided for them at the bare minimum, but you provided for them. So you're paying child support.
Charged me $15 a day for when I was in jail.
Michelle, thank you so much for becoming a new member, my love. Appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you.
well, now there's been a lot of people called on, and
Yeah.
Hawkins County is saying that that's not true.
Well, we'll call the probation department and ask them.
Now, while Don was in jail, I don't know after he got out of jail, I don't know, but I've actually showed the papers on here. He paid $10 per month per child. So it was $30 a month while he was in jail in child support. Now, probably because he wasn't making much of an income, but regardless, Candace was not paying that. Don wasn't paying that. They were going to, and Kathy told me this, they were going to come and pick up Candace and take her butt to jail if she didn't pay up. And someone that I won't name paid it. Uh, a couple people actually paid it. So, you know, literally $1 a day, 33.3 cents a day per child.
I mean, I don't know why they would say that because that's, oh man.
Shots fired. Did you hear that?
All right.
Hearing
But
gunshots. Yeah, it's true. They're charging me $15 a day.
Don was probably on the corner of Crack and Murderville at that. He was doing this interview.
They can sit there and lie and say they called them, and they're saying that's not true. Well, they should actually call and find out.
right.
Sullivan County charges 150 a day. I'm pretty glad I wasn't there. That'd be up to $500,000. No,
Well,
yeah, they're charging me $15 a day. It's $4,200. I
right.
just paid off all my DUI stuff and reinstatement fees and all kinds of stuff. Got all that paid.
Sonia, according to Dudley and one of Don's sisters, they alleged that Don was not supposed to be in the house at one point or another. Don had like a microwave and blankets and stuff at the houses that he was working on. He worked in, new construction mainly. So, oh, Jesse, thank you so much. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That is so kind of you. I appreciate you so much, my dear. Always. Um, very kind of you. If you was one of the 5 that Jesse gifted, please thank Jesse for being a supporter of this channel, and bless you. Justin, he was at the motel in Arkansas when this interview took place. Yeah, which was on the corner of Crack and Murderville. I mean, it really was. Do I know what time PG is going live tonight? I don't. I really don't. Probably 11ish.
Have you guys updated the child support information since you got out of jail and went back to work?
We paid all that off, and ain't nobody send us no money to pay any of that. We paid that off. And the other night when we was on live with White Boy, some kind people, they'd send us some money, They
Yeah.
ended up sending us, I think they sent us $120, and I that's cool. I appreciate it. It does help. And,
Yeah.
and I don't see.
Which was supposed to go for some type of game system, Nintendo or whatever, that you said you would pick it up from a pawn shop and send to them, which you never did.
Nothing wrong if somebody wants to help somebody. What's wrong with that? I help people. I see homeless out here, man. I might give them $5 here and there. What's wrong
Yeah,
with
I'm
that?
still
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my $50.
On your $50.
Yeah.
$50.
You tell me.
Tell
you
him,
tell me
Nana.
what you're gonna have to send me $50 by the earphones the other day.
Buy earphones.
Yeah, you were telling me that the earphones at Walmart were $50. I told you if I had it, I'd sit up and watch it. You said, "Are you telling me I'm gonna have to send you $50?" I said, "Sure you are." My Cash App is on my damn channel.
Oh,
yeah. That's what you said the other day too. You laughed.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so
Telling
Clyda,
Nana.
that did happen, but it didn't
I
happen.
don't I don't know about Clyde. Who would record Clyde's conversation? I mean, nobody.
No,
Where
no,
we're from, we don't record people's conversations and stuff.
Clyda,
Expect to have people
Bullshit.
in the back like
Clyda
that.
was interviewed by a
Oh,
YouTuber.
okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Clyda
Yeah,
was interviewed by a YouTuber.
right. Yeah, yeah. Her
So,
family got her away from that real quick.
Sassy Frass will tell you she knows Dawn, knows Candace, knows Pam. Uh, like she said, Don Wells, you'll pick up any homeless person you can find. He's, which makes me, it makes me feel strange about that because I feel like the only reason Don is picking them up is because they're vulnerable and he can possibly get them to do things, in my opinion. Um, and Sassy's opinion.
Quick. Thank God for her.
so she's like your aunt, right? I
No,
mean, I
she's
know she's not, but I'm saying she was your mom's best friend.
yeah, she was. She's Yeah, we met her family in the Mormon church in Kingsport, Tennessee, years ago, and they just become really good friends. We ended up helping build her husband's offices space and stuff.
V, that is a very good question. I need to go back and see what he says about that. If he ever changed that after we saw that picture. That's a good question. Very good question.
Where he had built a bunch of two-story office building.
Yeah, no, she owns some like 10 corporations or something like that. It's like a school or something like that.
No, no. He had uh, Mr. Trent had a company that he had built from the ground up, but it was to do with I forget what it's called that stuff. Satellite imagery for property. I don't know what you call that stuff. I'm not that educated, but
Is it true about the lady running down the road from their house? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Granny. I so wish I could get on YouTube and hear Don Wells. And we've been looking for summer, talking to people at least to see if someone knows something, if they were completely innocent. Red flags.
but uh, but he ended up getting cancer and dying probably about 15 about
Sorry, y'all. Angel talks too fast. 5 months. Thank you, my love. I miss you, Myra. We miss Nana so much. So much. That's what we were saying earlier. Loved she loved her family. She loved Summer, and she loved absolutely every single one of y'all. I mean, the night that she literally passed, like we was some of the last people, probably the last people to talk to her. And then she went to bed.
20 years ago or so, maybe longer. I don't know.
Okay, if I ask you an honest question, will you give me an honest answer?
Man, I've always been honest, unless I've been joking around. I might joke around.
Bullsh.
At first, I was so upset with YouTubers, I might say
Thank you,
something crazy
Candy.
just to mess with people. But I genuinely
Yeah, because that's what fathers do. That's what fathers do who have missing kids. They mess with people. What, Don? Thank you, Candy. He just in my chat. Good to be here. Thank you, Candy. Appreciate you. It's good to see you.
try to be very
Listen to
honest, and I
this.
have been about this case 100%.
Well, tell me your honest opinion about Mr. Tim Mullins.
Man, oh my gosh. Ooh,
Oh, it's a
anatomy.
hard one, huh?
Ooh, man. I don't know about that one. Ooh, man.
Don,
Well,
I don't want no damn bullshit now. You don't give me no bullshit stories.
I have to laugh. Oh, man. I have to laugh on that one. Well, let me ask you what's your honest opinion of him?
I've told you plenty of times. He is not doing you no damn favors.
And that is for certain he's not doing you any favors. Holy moly. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate it. I love your screen name. That's so cute. That's so cute. Holy moly. Hey everyone. Hope are all staying warm and safe. Hey Justin, what is your opinion on Andy? Uh I am getting even more suspicious of him. Candace sure didn't want him to say anything. I will say that I believe if anybody on that road, in my opinion, has anything to do with it, it would be he would be involved, in my opinion. SL, oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for gifting 5 more memberships. That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very sweet of you, SL. Thank you again, holy moly. Very kind of y'all. Very, very kind. Appreciate you. Give SL a big thank you, y'all. Means a lot. Um, yeah. Well, just wait. Trust me. Nana gets on him on up here. She gets on him. She don't mess around. Nana don't mess around. Um, and his brother out of Texas are uppers, in my opinion. Uh, in my opinion, Tim is just a freaking weirdo, and that's just putting it bluntly. He's just weird.
He is part of the reason that people hate you the way they do.
I don't know
The
about
shit
that.
that he comes out and says, and the
Well,
way he flip flops around. Oh, he's for you. Now he's not for you. He's this, he's that, and he's creepy.
oh, we ain't creepy.
He is. Don, he hides. He never puts his face in front of a camera. He's supposed to be a media manager. He's
Well,
supposed to be in front
a
of the
lot of people don't put their face on camera. That's just smart, don't you think?
not for a media manager because that's what the media manager is supposed to do.
He's supposed to put his life out there. That'd be dumb, like I
No,
did.
He is no media manager, in my opinion. What the hell does he manage? What does he manage? A Facebook group? Is that it? I mean, that's it. And uh seems like he talks about, the boys more than he does Summer on Summer's Facebook group. He doesn't manage anything. I mean, he manages them to not go, kept them from a lot of the big media, in my opinion.
no. He's if you don't feel comfortable in front of the camera, he's
Man,
supposed to step
I
out
was
there.
I was on camera the other night and I seen my buddy Randy the Roach. See what happens, man.
No, I'm saying you instead of you going out there to the public, he's supposed to step out there in the public for you. That's what a media manager does in a missing child.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to ruin his life over it.
Well, no.
And YouTube will ruin your life, and you know that.
Well, I bet he ain't stepped out in front of the mainstream media
Well,
either.
for one thing, really,
Holy moly! Holy moly! Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, holy moly. I love to say that. Holy moly! Holy moly. Holy moly. Holy moly. It's like dad jokes.
He's not a media manager. He's that's some a label that somebody put on him, and he's just kind of went with it. He's never claimed ever to be a media manager ever. That's just a label someone put on it.
Right.
And he's
Amber
like,
alert.
well, okay, well, that's
Family
Hang on a
member.
minute.
whatever
Let me turn
kind
my
of thing.
light on so I can see. All right. Okay, let's get to the bones. I know how you feel. Thank you, Vet Girl, and thank you, Justice, for all a minute ago for becoming a member too. Um, I know you can't stand on B. I know you can't.
Well, I can't. I like the guy. I come to realize that he's just absolutely schizophrenic and nuts, and he can't help it.
Don, you are literally the one calling someone schizophrenic and nuts. You're the one that sits outside of women's homes, goes physically in their home. Well, actually, gets in their thinks about it, gets in their car, goes down the road, sits in front of women's houses, goes in their houses while she's asleep and tell the officer that she's sleeping because you've already been in her garage and took panties and you're telling him no. No, Don. Mm-mm. You don't get
I
that.
feel sorry for him. It, it, it's just one of them things.
Well, I don't know where his information come from because I didn't get to finish watching it.
Out of his imagination.
But he says that it's reported that Grandis made the statement that you did not pass your polygraph test.
Yeah, of course he'd say that. uh,
Well, I mean, they took multiple tests and they finally passed one, right? They finally passed one, allegedly. So, which I have never, like, it's usually a one and done. I'm surprised that they gave them multiple tests. That is something that usually never happens. It's a one and done. You pass or you fail, which I really wish Dawn and Candace would do an ocular lie detector test.
And
yeah,
that you weren't at work that day.
if well, that's kind of speculation that goes round and round and round, and so there's nothing I can do to prove to y'all, or nothing I can say to prove any different.
Well,
The only
I'm
ones
just
that,
I'm
the,
asking the questions so that you
yeah,
have a chance
yeah,
to answer them.
yeah. I mean, there's like I said, I've always told the truth, and I'll stick by that 100%. And I've always told the truth. Um, so that's really the answer to your question right there.
Okay, you always told the truth. I would like an
Yeah.
answer to this one. No, it doesn't have anything to do with Summer going missing, okay? But I've got to know, is your dad the Donald Wells, the
He's
bank
Don
robber?
bank robber. Where did that one come from?
Court
Wow.
date.
There's a Donald Wells that is uh, a bank robber. Justin, do you personally think Fred Hill being in jail? What do you personally think about Fred Hill being in jail and isn't allowed to talk to anyone? Um, I don't think it has anything to do with Summer, if that's what you're asking. Um, at all. I don't think it has like zero to do with Summer. Uh, I think they don't want anyone talking to him. Mainly, how can I put it? Maybe they don't want. I don't know, but I feel like in a lot of ways they're violating his rights, and I think Fred is he's and respectfully I mean this, he's not that intelligent. Uh, when it comes to, he doesn't know his rights, even though you're supposed to know your rights, while you're, you know, being charged, and you're supposed to understand and be able to help out with your case. But I don't think he knows any of that, and I think in that sense he's being taken advantage of. Uh, it's strange. It is strange, but I think this is Hawkins County.
Oh,
Court papers out of Utah.
really? Out of
Yes,
Utah?
yes.
Huh. I wonder how many Donald Wellses there are, though.
Well,
I mean, it is.
you might want to check into that one, Don.
Well, I don't need to because he's not, and he's a Korean veteran. And when he wasn't working at Hill Air Force Base, um, working on F-16s and F-4s and stuff like that for our country, he was driving trucks.
Right.
He's a decorated Korean veteran. So
Did well if he served our country, you give him my respect. How is
absolutely.
he doing?
Well, he's like 85 now, and he can't hardly get out of bed anymore or anything, and he's he's hurting. So, but he's really up there, you know.
Hey, did
Yeah,
Jose ever come back up on the hill after the you went to jail and all that shit happened?
not that I'm aware of. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the day I went to jail, and this is one thing I respect Candace's mother for. She told him get his crap, all his crap, and throw it in the truck, and she's taking him to North Carolina or
Right.
South Carolina. Or I don't remember where it was, but anyways,
But
Well
but it
she
was
said,
said
told
not a
that
him,
robot. Well
yeah,
said.
it was said that he went to jail at some point, and then when he
yeah,
got out, he came up there to get his stuff.
That was not Jose. I want to make that clear. That was not Jose who uh there was someone allegedly that was supposed to be up there that they had Don was holding their DRUGS, and when the guy got out, he's I guess Don had allegedly used him, sold him, or something that had nothing to do with Jose, even if that story's real. We don't even know if that story's real.
And y'all supposedly got into
no,
it. And
she loaded his stuff up and drove him out of there. Took his ass back wherever the hell he come from or whatever. I don't know,
Right. And Jose,
but
exactly, but Jose
she
wasn't
was
even
tired
Mexican,
of
he
him.
was Puerto Rican, right?
okay, who was staying up on the property, Don, when Summer went missing?
It was just me, Candace, and the boys and Summer.
So Marlena
Well,
and Billy Kitchener weren't up there.
um, about 2 weeks prior to that, Marlena would bring her daughter up there and just disappear for days on end.
Marlena, from what I understand, she has kept really quiet, hasn't she, about this? Like, I'm pretty sure she's kept it really quiet. I can see how much I appreciate your new BS. Oh, thank you so much, Red Web. What a nice compliment. Thank you so much. Wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas and a happy 2024 to you and yours as well. Hey, Trulia Beach. Good to see you, dear. Okay, she wanted $500 on talk on. You're kidding me, BB. She wanted $500. Please tell me that's not true. Well, I've heard her family's really, really, really hard to like. Now, how soon Summer goes missing? Mhm.
or whatever and go do her thing until I
Yeah.
told Candace, we got 4 kids. We're not going to do this. Well, she goes out and parties and does whatever the hell she's doing. So I told Candace to take her to her grandparents' house. And she did.
So you don't have a clue what she was talking about when supposedly the baby told her mom that she walked in and caught you packing the baby or Summer's clothes, and then said she was going on a visit somewhere or
I have no
something.
idea. Marlene,
If you have to pay someone to for an interview of a missing child, you don't want them on your channel to begin with. You don't want them to begin with. Period. Kathy, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker. It's very kind of you, my dear. Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you. Um, I mean, wow. That is absolutely insane. There's no way in hell I would pay
I
someone for
mean,
no.
yeah, I'm not going to sit here and talk evil about people, but I want to badly. But Marlene, whatever. I mean, it's just one of those, another Don B to me.
Oh, trust me, I have nothing for Marlena. She called me
Well,
up, or not called me up, but she got a hold of me trying to extort money from me and then told me that she was going to go to her uncle, who's John Pruitt, and turn me in.
oh my gosh, hilarious. Yeah,
So I have nothing for her.
you're right.
I mean, it's kind of like the Hatfield and McCoys on Ben Hill Road, because they're like, I mean, okay, guys, I hear you. Thank you, Shannon. Uh, it's like the Hatfields and McCoys, right? Thank you, Kathy. Why the hell? I mean, they'll burn you out. These people are crazy.
Well, she don't have custody of her daughter anymore, and
Yeah, I
uh,
know.
I
I
mean,
didn't know that.
back when I was, you know,
I need to check into that. Is her uncle really Pruitt? Hmm. I'm gonna look into that. I'm digging. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. That's interesting. Very interesting, actually.
I, I met some of my neighbors and I seen what they was into. And her dad was into quite a bit of stuff. Um, it was wheeling and dealing and all kind. It was into everything. Ricky Crawford just got busted for guns, um, methamphetamine manufacturing, meth, and delivery sales, all that, and a
Yeah.
bunch of guns along with 2 other guys. Yeah. So there's a lot of shady stuff going on around there.
Um,
Hawk and Scorpio.
shit, where'd it go? Oh, do you remember back when you were going on Ziggy's panel?
Yeah.
Okay, you made a statement on there and on another channel, and there's been a lot of debate over it.
Uh huh.
We need you to settle this.
Okay. I'll try.
You made the statement You just got your daughter back. How would you feel if you just got your daughter back?
How would I feel?
No, you said that to her. So
I
were you
said,
talking about your daughter or her daughter?
I you'd have to put it more into. I mean, I'm not understanding. I mean, you have to put it more into context. I mean, I don't understand. How would
You
you
were
feel if
asking
you
her
just got
how
your
she
daughter
would
back?
feel. You were asking her how she would feel if her daughter just up and got gone.
Oh,
You said if you just got your daughter back, or some, I can't remember
yeah,
exactly word for word.
yeah,
How would you feel if she was just got gone?
Yeah, that was to
yeah,
Ziggy.
But
That
yeah.
was
It
some
to
of
would.
us
Ziggy.
you were talking about Summers.
I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. That was to Ziggy. That was a lot of people took that the wrong way, but that was to Ziggy. It had nothing to do with anything else.
Some of us think that you were referring to
Her
Ziggy's
daughter,
daughter,
probably her
but I don't
daughter.
understand why you would be talking about Ziggy's daughter.
Probably Ziggy's daughter. I asked her how would you feel if her daughter disappeared or whatever. It's probably her daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I knew what happened this summer, and I guarantee you the police wish they knew. And like a lot of people out there, everybody wish they knew what happened this summer. I'd
Right.
do anything to get her back. Um, but here we are 2 years later, and there's no sign of her. That's not good. If she's alive, it's not a good situation. She's
Right.
if she's alive, she would be being held in someone's house, not
Right.
being able to go to
Look,
school,
John Pruitt
nothing.
said that he believes she's close there somewhere.
Well, and police say a lot of things, and you don't know exactly why they say the things they say. So
Well,
Okay.
Don, if you was working, with the police, they might say more. You're not working with them. Neither is your wife. Why do you not work with the
Okay,
police?
when did you find out that Candace was having to take Grandis to the ER that morning?
um, I probably called. I don't know. I think I was gonna go to the house probably at 3:30 or something, and called and said she was out. And I had to take care of all that, so I thought, well, I might as well stay at work and work for a while.
Yeah.
And had a big conversation with my buddy out there for like an hour. We just sit there and talk. Well, we've always done that, though.
Right.
And then I started to go back to work, and she called me and said she couldn't find Summer nowhere. And I said, well, call 911, and I'll hang up and I'll call 911 and I'll be on my way home. I was just hoping all the way home that they'd find her, but that never
Right.
happened. Never happened.
Well, listen, this question is not, this woman is not the only person to ask this question. And they're just wanting an answer. They're not making accusations. They're just curious. If you were to find out that whether it be Candace or Grandis or whoever was guilty of doing something, would you contact Ellie?
Well, you know what? I would have to by law, because if I didn't, then I
Like
would
Don's a
be
law-abiding citizen
part
here.
of a whatever it was. That would make me a partner in crime.
Right.
So if I didn't, then I would be charged with whatever had happened equally, you know. So by law, I have to, you know.
But personally, in your
Don is the only man that has 9,000 felonies that like has managed to stay out of jail for, you know, I mean, he's been in and out of jail so many times, but like his longest stint was like I think 5 years. It's like I don't know how he does it. Uh, but Don said he talked to Candace all the way home. Bingo, and didn't lose connection. Bingo. That never happened, in my opinion. Never happened. Never happened. He said he watched Candace drive around.
Heart, would you?
I would have to. There's no question. I would have to. But in my heart, do I think any of them things? Hell no. You know, I had it in my mind. I've said this before. When I see Candace, I'm gonna cuss her out. But when I seen how brokenhearted she was, the hurt and the pain, it was just unbearable. It was unbearable for both of us. I couldn't say any bad thing to her.
Right.
I was gonna cuss her for not keeping a close enough eye on her or something like that, or whatever. I was just, it's all your fault or whatever. But when I seen the pain, I couldn't say anything. She's completely brokenhearted. Uh,
I did a live earlier on my other channel today on Josh Cantu, which he used to be with Adventures with Purpose. And we know Jared from Adventures with Purpose has been charged with incestual, I believe allegedly it's incestual. Anyway, some type of R, right? R. And in Utah, it happened in 1992. He was, I think, allegedly 6 or 7 years difference. You have to go back to my live on my other channel. It's like, why can't Don be charged? There's multiple women for him, multiple women. Now, because I don't think there's a statute of limitation on R versus SA. That may be the reason. Yeah, Jenny. But right now, Josh is being sued by Adventures with Purpose. Just broke, and I talked about it on my other channel, and he has 4 strikes against his channel. He can't go live or anything on his big channel, which his big channel only is 107,000 subscribers. Adventures with Purpose, they have 3.05 million. So I recommend, it's not a very long live. I recommend going and seeing it later if you got time. I'm going to be following it. It's going to be crazy. Is there a difference between those two words? Yes. Yes.
That
been
girl,
through
that
pure
girl
hell.
says, is there any one thing that you would do different on June 15th?
Well, yeah, hindsight's always 2020. Of course, I would have stayed home, or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, Lake Superior. Absolutely. Oh, immediately Candace and Grandis's, mind goes to, oh, we live right here, in the middle, up on a hill, on a dead end road in the middle of nowhere. And our child was inside, not outside. So someone must have kidnapped her. So, boys, let's go ahead and send you down over the hill, all 3 of you. Here is a knife and a walkie talkie. See if your sister's been kidnapped. Yeah, me too, JD. I did too. Did too. So, I mean, who the hell's going to? I mean, think about this. Your child is inside in the middle of the daytime. You're outside with your mother sitting in a door. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. It's on a dead end road. You're on top of a hill. You're in the middle of the country. The alleged kidnapper would not be even remotely close to a vehicle. And you think the first thing you think is your child got kidnapped? Miss me with that. Miss me with that.
Hindsight's always 2020.
Okay, YouTuber says, Don, why did you want to come up on Nana's panel?
Uh, uh, I don't know. Like I said, I try to be, I try to be human as I can. Like I said, I've been having a lot of problems with hate lately. I just, I've been having a lot
A
of
lot of
serious
problems
issues, but
lately.
that's normal for these kind of things. But I don't know, just maybe try to defend ourselves and clear the air because I know there's so many people that just
Brenda, he is being charged with R. R.
I know they're guilty. They everything they say is a lie, and this, that, and the other, and you know, just trying. I mean, this has actually really destroyed me and Candace's lives. I mean, we were happy. We were happy with our kids. We were had a good job. Um, we were doing good. We had a beautiful family, and now, we have
Great point. That is a great point, JD. That is a great point. Doubt Boys were searching a small creek for 35 minutes either. They sent him down. They sent I think you mean them down, and they were still there when Don gets home. I doubt it. Well, and then not to mention, Don goes to this building, there is a creek behind it, and Jody Sue and the boys happen to be behind there. Why did you go there first? Why'd you go there first? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Because this building is on the Beach Creek side. The like the main road side, if you will. It's not Ben Hill, the dead end. It's um I don't know where you're from. I really don't know. And yes, we have climbed into a shallow creek too. A lot of weirdness. A lot of weirdness in that holler.
nothing left. We
Adults,
got me
man.
and
The
Candace.
adults.
We have each other, but, but that's. I mean, we pretty much almost we about lost everything.
Right.
I mean, we had big dreams of moving out to Utah and stuff. I had a really good job out there, and I was excited
Don had big dreams about moving out there. Candace never wanted to move out there.
because I wanted the kids to see Utah. It's beautiful out there. Um, yeah, they could do a lot out there in Utah, from skiing to. I mean, oh man, mountains are beautiful up there.
Okay. Can I ask you a serious question then?
I thought these were serious questions.
Well,
That's a great point, 1-800, to pick his sons, like he told Candace to send them down there so he could control WTF, they said to law enforcement. Oh, damn, you're probably right. Oh, wow. I never thought of it that way. Wow. That's a good point.
you know what? More serious. Sorry.
Okay,
More serious.
all right.
How come y'all didn't put the screws down and just do everything that you had to do to get the boys back? I mean, like the classes and all that.
Well, we are doing that, and we're trying to do all that the best we can. Did I make mistakes? Yeah. that I lose my mind, I think anybody would have, especially in this situation. It's not just the fact, alone, just losing our daughter, just alone, and our boys is horrific. But not just that, but then you got all the crazy things that was going on at that time. Also, I mean, we had people showing up out of nowhere. They walk out the front door and there'd be a big 4x4 truck parked there, and a bunch of guys wanting, asking questions. I mean, just people wanting answers, thinking that we're guilty, threat,
Right.
threatening,
Does
all
Candace want
kinds
to
of
talk?
stuff. She says she tried to talk to you the other day and you wouldn't let her on. I
When
don't know.
I've not been
Oh,
on.
I don't
I've
know.
not been live.
Oh no, let me ask her real quick. Let me see. Hold on.
Lake Superior. I think that boat has already sailed. I think it sailed at least a few months ago. At least a few months ago. I think right now what they're doing is they're appealing it. Uh, but I think it's sailed, in my opinion.
Hey, you want to talk for a minute? Oh, she's busy right now.
Here, Candace. Nope. Nope. I'm busy. It only took her, 13, 14 days to get in front of uh, an interview, you know. So Don and Candace aren't cooperating with the police, and they don't talk about anything about their missing daughter other than she liked to twirl. And uh, here is, some pictures. That's about it. They don't want to, they don't get out there and advocate for her. Summer was failed.
So anyway, she's busy right now. We got my daughter. My daughter's here, so she's busy with her right now. I'm doing something I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
I've spoke to Margie a couple times. She's asleep.
oh, okay, good, good. Yeah.
Okay, people are wanting to know Green.
Margie is Don's oldest daughter, the one that Don said she's gotten AR'd multiple times. She didn't go whining or complaining. She took it like a champ. Can you imagine? Can any of you imagine your father, this horrific things that has happened to you, and then your father saying that privately, let alone publicly? How? I mean, because in my opinion, Don doesn't think it's a big deal. He thinks you just move on from it and get over it. I mean, how does a father say that? It's even hard. It's hard for that Summer could be fish food. How does he say that? How does he say these things about hammers and all that? He's got this obsession with hammers. Don was out off by people asking questions, worrying about his own. Oh, absolutely. It is despicable. Justin, I heard on a live recently that was an interview of his oldest daughter. She also said she had been essayed many times as a little girl. Guess what age? Wow. 5. I believe if any of the boys have talked, it's the middle son, myself. The middle is always the most truthful. Hmm. If the boys know anything, they may never tell until they're 18 and it's certain that they don't have to go back. I think, you know, I think that once they are, maybe they have already been, we don't know, and I really don't like to talk about the boys, but I think once that they are assured that they are not going back. I mean, Don said, or Candace won, that they was wanting to write the judge, and Don said they were brainwashed. But that's just addressing big difference between a father and a daddy. No kind of actual parent. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. She said that in a Facebook group too, but no one believes me. Uh, what was it? Well, True Crime Junkie obviously seen it too.
Houses. Oh, wait a minute. Don, can you tell us about your private conversations with Green Eyes?
Who's Green Eyes?
That Daryl Jacobs.
Daryl Jacobs. Oh, man, he's caused us so many problems. I mean, it's bad enough when I first started dealing with him, his conversations, But yeah, I've had a couple phone calls with him. Sure have. You know what? We started when the first phone call we had, and I, I don't know. I think he's a white dude that thinks he's black because he talks like he's straight off the street. But
Right.
when the first conversation I had, we was cussing each other out, calling each other everything under the sun. And then after a while, we both started calming down and actually had a real conversation. And then we didn't talk for a while, and he went straight back to being a prick he is. I don't know.
Red Web. I just added that to my book list right now. The Gift of Fear. I will read that. And that is true. I mean, fear is built into us. Our fight or flight. It's our sixth sense is there for a reason. It is absolutely there for a reason. Um, you know, animals have it, and we have it for a very good reason. And we should. Oh, you've read that book, Michelle? Well, interesting. I started a series for Gifts of Fear on my YouTube channel. Oh, interesting, Radio Gods. If someone wants to drop Radio Gods channel, they're welcome to drop their channel so they can subscribe.
But I haven't talked to him for probably a long time, over a year or so since then.
I don't know who it was a minute ago asked if you could say one thing to Summer, what would it be right now? And
I
Bet Girl,
love you. I love you with all my heart.
yeah, Bet Girl says, what would you say if you could say
Uh,
anything to her?
love you with all my heart. Yeah.
Thank you, Dynamite. Um, no, Justin, trust me. She's had the same personality even when the live ain't going.
That's Nana's kids or
She'll
Don's
talk to
daughter's
you at some
kids.
point. Just right now, she's
Candace is not going to talk. She's never going to answer questions. You're probably not going to let her, Don, either. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Appreciate your super sticker. Very sweet of you. Thank you. I don't know if it's on Don's end or Nana's end, but you never know.
right now she's with you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. She's she's not trying to be mean or nothing. But this has affected her. All this has really affected her. I mean, she snaps a lot now, and she never used to do that. She's just it's really affected her badly.
Yeah, can Candace never snapped before. Never did snap before. It's not like she's got, you know, assault charges on her or anything. It's not like she's never had those on her, right? She's never snapped before.
Uh, we're trying to work through it. I don't know, and it ain't just if it wasn't bad enough for the YouTubers, and I'm not saying all YouTubers, but some YouTubers and people out there, the attacks and everything, but I'm sorry, man, but Hawkins County has also attacked us in many ways. And maybe we had it coming. Maybe we did, but maybe they should have had some mercy along with some of that damn justice they've been delivering to us. But they don't think about that. They're all about justice and law, justice and law.
Don, that is exactly what you should want for your daughter. Justice in law. That is exactly justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells. You shouldn't be worried about you. You should be worried about your daughter, your kids. It's not about you. It should be about your daughter. But you can't get over yourself.
Throwing a book at you. You know, in my
Well,
Question, do you think they would be trying to throw the book at him if they thought they were, in your opinion, this grieving innocent family? Do you think that do you think they would be trying to throw a book at him? Hey, Canvas. In true crime. Hello, dear. I mean, that's interesting to say. Now, remember, Don is the only one that, and he said it. His door has been knocked down how many times from TBI Hawkins County? Dashes have been taken apart. I don't know of anybody else in this case that I'm aware of where they have knocked their door down multiple times and taken their dashes off, searched their cars, right? Don recently said not only did they take their first phone when Summer first went missing, but they took Don's second phone. Well, that's interesting. Did Don put something on there that they need the search through? Maybe. Canvas and True Crime. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, my dear. Oh, you're sweetie. Thank you, dear. If you was one of the 5 that was gifted from our beloved Canvas and True Crime, please give them a warm thank you. Hey, knowledge is power. Good to see you, dear. He said 11 times and took the safe. Well, did he have 11 different safes? Good question. Probably not. Probably not. I wouldn't think so. Yeah, it's good to hear Nana's voice, isn't it? It really is. Why 2 phones? Well, they took Grandis's phone, Candace's phone, Dawn's phone, and H's phone, right? Now, think about this, y'all. I just thought of this. Grandis's phone, Candace's phone, and Dawn's phone says 3:30 afterwards was deleted. Now remember they took H's phone too. But guess what? H's phone wasn't deleted. Why wasn't it deleted? Because in my opinion, something had to have happened after H was dropped off. At 3:09 is that last, the milk jug photo, 3:09. 16 minutes later, 3 phones from 3:30 on. I think it's 3:30 to 6:30 or 3:30 onward is deleted. Why wasn't H's phone deleted? That's interesting because he wasn't with them. Was he? He had nothing to hide. How about that?
opinion.
Can't stop thinking.
That's my opinion. I have a right to it.
Very possible.
Yep. That's what I always say. It's my opinion. I can state it.
Right?
And it can't be wrong because it's my opinion.
Right? For sure.
But
They did allege that is true. From what I understand, they kept his phone a longer time. That is true. Um, why? I don't know. But see, Don and Candace, they went and got new phones anyways. And then Don said they took his new phone. He didn't say they took Candace's phone and Grandis's phone. He said they just took his phone. They may have taken like Candace's phone and Grandis's phone the second time, but he just specifically said his phone. Oh, absolutely. They can retrieve deleted data. Absolutely. And that is another thing, Dina Lynn. Candace still had a phone in the Chris McDonough interview down by the watering hole. And she's like, "Oh, well, next time I go to town, I'll drop it off. I've got some business to do next week when I'm in town." Your daughter's missing? Like, stat, take that to them. Stat. In what sort of instance, just about would a 911 call be deleted? Uh, there's nothing that I can think of. Not one single iota of a thing that I can think of. There's not one single thing that I can think of at all. Oh my God, Penelope. Oh my God. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my dear. God bless you. Appreciate it so much. Y'all are so kind to me. I appreciate y'all. Excuse me, but Candace was in town at that interview. Exactly, I see you. Exactly. She was going to town anyways. Why didn't you take the damn phone? It's raining memberships tonight. Yeah. Sweet, isn't it? If you was one of the 10 that received the membership, please thank you, um, our beloved Penelope. Law enforcement doesn't delete. No, I mean, listen, if they deleted anything off of that, they could never use any of that in court. It would all be thrown out, every bit of it. They're not going to delete anything at all. Yes, welcome to the family.
I'm trying to look and see if there's any other questions on here. Now, I will say, and trust me, guys, and I am not defending anybody, but I'm telling y'all, Dawn has tried to get her to get on the phone and talk to me. He even told her to shut up in her damn mouth if she wasn't going to get on the phone and say what she got to say to me. And
Well,
she's
that's what she needs to do. She needs to open up some and talk to y'all. But I don't know which is worse, to go completely quiet or just to talk to y'all. To me, I think I've tried to go quiet. I've tried. I don't know.
Dawn, y'all should have been. You should be down there beating the damn police department door down.
Tell them, Nana.
Yeah.
And I want to know where my kid is. I want to know why there's not been an update done. I want to know why y'all haven't been working on clearing us,
Preach.
or at least the thing about it is, Don, if y'all would go down there and say,
Can I get a
look,
witness, Nana? Come on.
you either clear my name or you put handcuffs on me
Praise the
right
Lord.
now.
They'll
If
put the
they don't,
handcuffs on you.
yeah, but
We're
at least they would have to move.
Did you hear what Don just said there? I just now noticed that. I'm going to back that up.
Say to me. And
Well,
she's
that's what she needs to do. She needs to open up some and talk
Listen
to
to Don
y'all. But
here.
I don't know which is worse, to go completely quiet or just to talk to y'all. To me, I think I've tried to go quiet. I've tried. I don't know.
Don, y'all should have been. You should be down there beating the damn police department door down.
Yeah.
Said, I want to know where my kid is. I want to know why there's not been an update done. I want to know why y'all haven't been working on clearing us, or at least the thing about it is, Don, if y'all would go down there and say, look, you either clear my name or you put handcuffs on me right now.
They'll
If
put the
they don't,
handcuffs on you.
yeah,
We're,
but
we're,
at least they would have to move one way or the other.
yeah, but the thing of it is, like a lot of the people.
They'll put handcuffs on him, he said. They'll put the handcuffs on me. Yes, we did, Karen. We did. They'll put the handcuffs on me. Now, Don has said that he may be the fall guy, that he actually may be arrested. He said that. Now, if you was innocent, in my opinion, you'd be like, if there's no evidence, they're not going to, end up taking you to court and arresting you. Hey, Jenny from the block. Yep. Always kind, but no nonsense. Bingo. Listen to this.
Out there in YouTube land. I mean, you got some in the police department think we're guilty. Some of them think we're innocent.
Some of them in the police department think we're guilty, and some of them think we're innocent. Um. Okay. Justin, my son's godmother is a cop, and he said that if Don and Candace goes down there and demand to do something or take a whatever, they will take him serious. They won't just not talk and walk away. Absolutely. I mean, police want them to cooperate in their daughter's missing investigation. You know, I mean, if they are innocent, that would really help them find their daughter. And it makes you wonder, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you be cooperating with your daughter's investigation? It makes no sense other than one reason, in my opinion. Other than one reason. I mean, I can't think of, these cases where someone's child is missing and they're not cooperating. I mean, they say they want to find Summer. You want to find Summer? Help them out, Don. Help them out, Candace. Answer their questions. Get your timeline together. Work with them.
Some of them are just usually purely using all this information against us because they can. I think some of the people out there in YouTube and whatever else are caseworkers that are working for their welfare.
The
There's
new
no
dog,
telling.
Here's his
she told
conspiracies.
that on Daisy's or Jinky's live the other day. The dog is at the where she bought it from. It went back to stay with her while they're
Yeah.
gone.
Now, that dog, Candace did say that that dog went back to the breeder or whatever. Now, I got a message and seen a message that that dog got out and was chasing a cat somewhere around that hotel or whatever and got hit, allegedly. So, but Candace says that that dog went back to the breeder.
You know, and we're sending her money, for dog food and stuff like that. And that's one of Candace's really good friends. She talks to her every day. You know, she's been a real good friend throughout all
Um,
this.
that girl says, tell us about the conversations with Ellie. Why did you guys stop speaking with them?
I haven't stopped speaking to them. They have my phone number. I can call them.
They have his phone number. I haven't stopped speaking with them. Haven't stopped speaking with them. They have my phone
You
number.
said obviously no dogs there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
There you go.
Me anytime. They probably, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have their phone numbers. I can talk to them at any time, but there just hasn't been any developments that has been.
Your ass should be down there at least once a week. Daily calling them. Daily calling them. It's ridiculous. Just like grandma, well, they got my number. They can call. Well, they can call, but if you don't cooperate, it's pointless.
Been nothing at all.
And Ronnie Lawson, he said they have attorneys. Well, the attorney, police generally won't talk to you if you've got that attorney, right? It's to interrogate you. They're not going to do it.
Unfortunately,
Why interrogations? They say I'm asking for an attorney. Police just walk right out. Walk right out.
Enchanted Life Path. I will say this because I have listened to people say that for 2 years now. Use your common sense, Carl. There are 4 children in those pictures. Summer and her 3 brothers. So tell me, how the hell do you get that that's a boy? Do you not have any more common sense than that? Jesus.
speaking of common sense, who in the hell is that broad? Common sense, true crime. She
She's
has
a
nothing
friend of
but.
mine.
Is she? Why does she always have everything
Common
bad to
sense, are
say
you still in
about her?
here?
I guess because she feels you're guilty.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, she figured you'd say something about her today.
Well,
She asked me not to have you on panel,
of course she would.
Oh, really,
but
Mohawk?
she's
I
a
haven't
friend of
heard
mine.
that.
She's a really sweet lady. Maybe
But
not
for
to you.
but for her to sit there and call me a liar without any facts, she just knows that we're guilty with no facts at all. That's not very sweet. I have another word for it, but
Yeah, but we're just like I won't allow nobody to be bashing on you. You're not going to be bashing on no creators either.
I'm not trying to.
Do you own or did you own a red van?
No,
I don't know either. I've never.
You lying sack of crap, Don. You absolutely owned a red van. I've got pictures of it sitting in your yard. I've got pictures of you and Candace and Summer and the boys in the red van. I've got pictures of the boys standing outside of the red van. Why would he say that? He is lying through his teeth right there. He had a red van. You absolutely had a red van. Life is beautiful. This has already been recorded, hon. We're just reviewing it. It just shows they're guilty by not going and pushing law enforcement. I agree. My opinion as well. Uh, it might have been a more maroon, but still, I mean, I don't know if it was. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Never heard about a red van until this live chat. One of them is Nana what?
I can't. Uh,
Anyways, let's see. Is there any other unique questions that you all would like to ask? Were you not here to be sweet? We're here to find summer. Exactly.
well,
Exactly,
terrorizing the
Nana.
parents and being mean to them and all that. How's that help find summer? I mean, you know,
Well, Don, I'll ask you this. How does you not cooperating with the police help find Summer? How does you not doing anything help find Summer? Like nothing. He's such a moron.
saying horrific stuff, and how does that help? Our hearts are broke. We want to find summer way more than anybody out there in YouTube land. I
Okay,
promise you
so
that.
It don't seem
did
like
you
it.
go and talk to the Cold Case Foundation?
No, we set up another account with another place. Actually, yeah.
Listen
Trying
to
to
this.
remember the name of it, but this foundation was set up by people with missing children, so they know exactly what it's about, what it feels like, and I'll try to get that information to you when I can get it.
All
But
right.
they have like I don't know how many missing children and people on their whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it, but Summer's on there and a lot of other missing kids. It seems to be a fairly common thing here in America.
And Don, did you ever go on about with that person that you or that there it is. Red, maroon. Still, if someone said, "Did you have a red van or a maroon van?" I would have said yes. Absolutely, whether red or maroon. Here it is. Hello, Ziggy. Zigster. There they are driving in it. There's Summer in the back of it. Look how poor baby. Look how dirty she is there. Her feet are just filthy. Shame on you, Dawn and Candace. There's nothing wrong with the kid getting dirty, but that she was just filthy there. There's another old rusty truck. Here's the front of the van right there. Don looks absolutely mathed out here. Look how skinny he is. And you can tell in his face. He's done drugs. Candace and Summer. Here's the red or maroon van. Little Summer with her animals. She loved her animals. God bless her. Yeah. So, ladders and buckets and all that. They had all kinds of vehicles. All kinds of vehicles. What am I doing? All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta be up early in the morning. Early. PG is live now. If y'all want to head over to PG After Dark, she's live. Head on over to Prayer Garden of Americas. I'm sure she would love to have you. Appreciate you all being here. I will be back tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. No, your shift isn't over yet. Listen, your shift. I double booked the other day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I double booked the other day, Ziggy. I apologize. I don't know what was going through my head. It happens. It happens. Yeah, Brandy, it's probably for knowing Don, it's probably methamphetamine foundation. Yeah, probably the methamphetamine foundation. Sounds sophisticated, but it's really not. Yeah. Uh thank you every single one of you for being here tonight. Thank you to the replay crew. Leave a heart down in the bottom if you are the replay crew, and I will heart you back. And leave a comment after this video done, anyone in the live chat, and I'll do my best to respond to you as well. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Thank you to our mods and members, and thank you to the ones who gifted uh, and all of that tonight. Thank you for keeping my little channel going. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. We will finish this live tomorrow. We'll be on it. We'll be on it. Appreciate you truly. You could have chosen to be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be right here with me for the last little bit, and I appreciate your time. Your expressions kill me. I throw a lot of expressions. I do. Sometimes people think I'm mad because I guess when I concentrate, people think I'm mad. They're like, because I make these real faces, you know. All right, head on over to PG's. I'll see your name. What's PG's channel? It's Prayer Garden of America. Prayer Garden of America. Prayer Garden of America. Yeah, I'm expressive. I'm expressive. Especially when I do parodies, I put a lot of emphasis on my face and stuff because it makes it more funny. All right, love you all. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing.